What's going on YouTube? JT is Reborn here, and welcome back to another edition of my DC Comics solicitation videos. We're going to be talking about the March 2023 solicitations, and let's see if there's anything really all that interesting with DC Comics. So, I figured the whole Dawn of DCU thing and the whole Lazarus Planet thing would be kind of done at this point, but it seems like it's still going to keep going up through March, I guess. I don't exactly know. Nothing really stood out to me that much in this thing. I think Batman vs. Robin was ending in February, so they haven't really announced anything in terms of the follow-up with that, as I've come to notice. It just seems like we're going to be kind of in a strange place. But anyways, Adventures of Superman, John Kent #1. This is the continuation of his Son of Kal-El thing, which just, I guess, kind of ended. So we'll see where it goes from here. Blah, 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 blah. It's stuff we've kind of already heard before. Tom Taylor is going to be writing this one still, so hopefully it'll be better quality than Superman Son of Kal-El was. But only time will tell. So let's go ahead and take a look next. Superman #2 by Josh Williamson. Night of the Parasites. Superman is overwhelmed as parasites' new powers unleashed. Can Superman stop all of Metropolis from being consumed by the power-hungry parasite? Will we need Lex Luthor's help to save the day? Introduce a new anti-hero, Marilyn Moonlight. Alright, more new characters, but will they actually have interesting stuff going forward? We'll see. Williamson actually works better with smaller stories and less characters to work with, but the big crisis level event stuff has not been very good, unfortunately. So, Action Comics number 1053. So here we go. 3 straight Superman books. Superman Metallo, Blue Earth Movement, all that other fun stuff. Should be pretty decent. I'm actually going to check out the Superman book that Williamson's going to write. And next up we have Superman Lost #1 by Christopher Priest. So we'll see how this one goes, because, you know, this is Christopher Priest. He can be hit or miss sometimes. When he's good, he's very good. And then when he misses, he definitely misses at times. So I think this is going to be another one of those really crazy non-linear storylines that he's going to be doing. But we'll see how it turns out. Lazarus Planets, Revenge of the Gods, Part 1 of 4. Yes, because another event right after Dark Crisis is exactly what DC needs. And nothing all that exciting. I take it. I don't know. I feel like we just got Dark Crisis. Now we're into Lazarus Planet. It's just like, can we just move on from events for a little while? Like, take a nice hiatus. It just money, more money, more money. And if I'm going to be covering all Lazarus Planet, I'm just going to be like, oh, crap. Here's like 10 more things I have to read. So after the events of Lazarus Planet, oh, this is after the events, but why is he called Lazarus Planet Revenge of the Gods? But the gods of the multiverse have decided to take on the heroes they once called legends, once called champions in the world they've sworn to protect. For years, the gods sat idle atop their mountains as their legends fade in obscurity along with their bodies. Now is their time to remind the selfish mortals of their existence and take back the world with something more powerful than belief. Fear. Only the brave heroes Wonder Woman and Shazam stand in their way. Will their combined powers be enough? Okay. This is G. Will Wilson, Becky Cloonan, Michael W. Conrad. So it could be very hit or miss. Here's part 2 of this on sale. Also in March, so it looks like we're going to get 2 issues each month, and then maybe by April we done. The gods have leveled up, and Shazam is no match for them after Wonder Woman's changing of sides. To save her Amazon sisters, Billy must use his quickly fading wisdom of Solomon to formulate a plan to stop his world's destruction. Little does he know a secret ally awaits him at Olympus, but how will he make it there? Sounds like a job for Wonder Girl. Alright, so Billy's teaming up with Diana, which I think is going to happen in the Shazam movie, from the rumors that I've heard. So we'll see what happens there. Wonder Woman number 797. I haven't really been reading Wonder Woman. Batman One Bad Day, Ra's al Ghul #1. I've actually not read any of these One Bad Day titles. I just, maybe because I've read so much Batman, I don't even know if they're really set in continuity or just something kind of setting things up for other future events. But I think they're just kind of just standalone things from what I've gathered. But anyways, this is a Ra's al Ghul focused one, or Ra's al Ghul, or Mr. Ghul, or however the hell you pronounce his first name. I've heard Ra's and Ra's so many times over the years to the point where I'm just like, I think if you say either way, you should be okay. So, but yeah, Tom Taylor's writing this one, so it could be hit or miss. It could be very good, or it could be very bad. So hopefully it's the very good Tom Taylor, like the deceased, or yeah, deceased Tom Taylor. So, Batman number 133. Everyone goes insane eventually, and it belongs to terrifying Red Mask, but Gotham City is a new savior. He strikes from the shadows, exhumes the dead, and is known only as the Batman. Okay. And in our backup story, Tim Drake's search for Batman continues. He and Superman, John Kent, team up to stop the terror of the Toyman. There we go. Detective Comics number 1070, the Gothic Opera. Oh, see, as I've been calling it, a Gothic Opera. Crashes into a crescendo as Batman goes head-to-head with the Asthma Demon, aware that it is someone in Bruce Wayne's life. Meanwhile, a mysterious team called the Vigil arrives to investigate the Asthma sightings, but who are the Vigil and are they on Batman's side? Then in the backup with Mrs. Freeze, only a pale image of the woman Victor Freeze fell in love with. What is he to do now to save her? I do like some of these covers, though. That's one thing I will give. Oh, Fury of the Gods variant. By the way, like, this is coming right after James Gunn announced they're pretty much going to be rebooting the DC movie universe, which is... I feel kind of bad for Henry Cavill, because he just announced he was back. He's like, finally, we can do a solo Superman movie. We don't have to go through any of the origin stuff. No young Superman. We've done that plenty of times. I'm ready to tackle and hopefully make the best Superman movie possible. Oh, sorry, Henry, you're going to be rebooted. It's like, oh, because you're too old at this point. All right, well, we'll see. If Gunn's going to out Henry Cavill, then he's got to out everybody else. You can't have it both ways. You can't, like, Margot has to go. The entire cast of Peacemaker and Suicide Squad has to go. Waller has to go. You can't... If you're going to get rid of one, you have to get rid of everyone else. So that's the way I look at it. But here's the 6-issue Multiversity. Harley screws up the DCU. Oh, also, Batman and the Joker Deadly Duo. And it's another Batman Joker book. Harley's back here, going through the multiverse, I guess, doing her thing. I don't know. Do we need another Harley book? Oh, yep, we have Harley Quinn 28, which is a book I'm so surprised is still going on. We lose the Robin book, but the Harley Quinn book still goes on. Same with the Catwoman book. Have you ever one of those days where you just can't catch a break, a day where you're really trying not to get into trouble while your girlfriend is out of town, but then some jerk attacks you want to... And, yeah, so here you go. Harley's still off kind of doing her thing. This book is still going on. And, yeah. Also, we got a first look at Lady Gaga as the Harley Quinn in the Joker 2 movie, so that was kind of a bizarre look. Looks like she's cosplaying, but who knows how this movie's going to turn out. It could be good or it could be really bad. I just wanted to see some really crazy, weird stuff. So, Unstoppable Doom Patrol. After the events of Lazarus Planet, more people than ever have active metagenes. Most of these new metahumans have become misfits, shunned, and imprisoned by a fearful society. They are hidden away in the dark law to a system that only sees them as weapons or guinea pigs, ticking time bombs that can only be defused by the unstoppable Doom Patrol. Robot Man, Last Move, Negative Man, joins us, and there we go. I like Doom Patrol. I still got to catch up on the new season, but Doom Patrol is good stuff. The Flash, number 794, Jeremy Adams. I feel like Jeremy Adams should be the one to take over a Teen Titans book, because he's doing well with Flash. The Fraction is moments away from victory, but they forgot about one thing, an almost 10-year-old with red hair and the power to turn things around. Finally, Irie West has found her new superhero name, and she intends to use it while saving the Flash family from certain doom. There we go. Good for Irie. The Flash, number 795. The Flash family retreats, mourning loss of their family members while Barry tries to find a way to stop the Fraction once and for all. Surprises abound as the past is revisited and we hurl towards the end of the 1-minute war. So, there you go. DC Ruby, number 2. I think they just released the first image from the upcoming crossover movie, and I've never really read or watched anything Ruby related, so I have no idea if this is any good or not, but I'm just going to say, I'll probably skip it. DC's Legion of Bloom, number 1. My goodness, that's a lot of writers on this thing. 80 pages, holy crap. How do you announce winter's coming to an end? You spring it on them. Welcome to the springtime with the celebration of DC's greenest and greatest as flowers bloom bring the swamp thing smell. Huh, they didn't do a Valentine's Day special, but they're going to do a spring special? Okay. Interesting. Waller versus Wildstorm, number 1. This is a 4-part series right here. In the early 1980s, the Cold War stubbornly refuses to thaw. A new battle heats up for the soul of the intelligence agency checkmate. So basically, Amanda Waller versus Wildstorm, and there you go. I don't know if I have much interest in that, but if somebody else does, good for you. Swamp Thing, Green Hell, number 3. One former avatar is going to take down the Savage Champion of the Green Creator, wipe out the last humanity, so another avatar will have to do alcohol and combine. So there you go, Swamp Thing stuff. Static, Shadows of Dakota, number 2. As if the vigilantes hunting down bang babies, still, and the streets weren't enough, Virgil learns that his young friend Quincy is manifesting powers, making him the next target. Meanwhile, down in the shadows, Yvonne is investigating a connection between the vigilantes and the disappearance of his brother, Rubber Band Man. Hey, y'all, prepare yourself for the Rubber Band Man. Alright, sorry, had to bust in a little bit of musical stuff right there. I apologize for hurting your ears. Icon versus Hardware, number 2, issue 2 of 5. So this is more of the milestone imprint. So, yeah, and then we kind of go into here, which basically just is a bunch of omnibuses or trade paperbacks, duo, Batman One Bad Day box set. Holy shnikes. Is this like every single one just rolled into one? So if you really want to get them all, here you go. If you want to drop $45 on the stuff, there you go. Oh, Batman One Bad Day box set. Here's One Bad Day, the Riddler. And a bunch of stuff that way. Let's get to the new stuff. Come on, let's go, 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 go. More collections. All right, here we go. Batgirl 16. I really like this cover with Cass on it. I think it looks pretty cool. Batgirls has actually been doing pretty good the last 2 issues, so I'm hoping they kind of maintain that momentum. But we'll see. The Batgirls fall down a rabbit hole of mischief and wander in their journeys to find out who sent Cluemaster to kidnap his own daughter, Steph. But first, there's a bottle that says, "Drink me," and it should be perfectly safe to drink, right? Even if it looks like it's been laced with Langstrom serum, so why would you drink it? Okay. Batman Fast Mail Edition, Batman Incorporated number 6. Someone has stolen from Professor Big and is ready to burn down Gotham Museum Private Act. I kind of forgot to read the latest issue of Batman Incorporated. I think I covered the first issue and I was just kind of like, it was okay. But, I mean, maybe it'll get better or not. I don't know. Batman Superman World's Finest number 13. Here you go. They're just basically teaming up with Metamorpho and going on some adventures there. So this one actually should be pretty good. I really like World's Finest. And, yeah. Batman Gotham Knights Glided City number 6. So this is the last of the Gotham Knights tie-in issues. Gotham Knights is kind of an underwhelming game, unfortunately. I tried getting into it. I put a lot of hours in. But compared to the Arkham games, it just felt really kind of lackluster compared to it. Just the story didn't click as much. There's a lot of repetitive combat. There's some glitches in that. I mean, I had fun with it once I was able to upgrade more stuff. But it just didn't hit the mark like the Arkham series did, unfortunately. Even Warner Bros. Montreal's Arkham Origins was a more fun game to play. So, just kind of putting that out there. Anyways, Adventures continues, Season 3, Number 3. So if you want more of a continuation of the animated series with continuity that I'm sure is probably all around messy, there you go. The audio adventures numbers. I wish they just reboot the DC animated universe. I mean, we had an ending, but like with all the new characters they can incorporate now, I would just love to see it kind of done that fashion. Although now that unfortunately Kevin Conroy has kind of passed away, and it'd be hard to kind of replicate it. So maybe it is best that it's just kind of left to rest. So I don't know. There's just part of me that always just looks back so fondly on the DC animated universe. So, and I wish they could have done a little bit of a different ending for it, because there's some things that just kind of upset me. Even as much as I love that universe, like there's some bits I'm just like, it could have been a little bit stronger, but it is what it is. But anyways, so Black Adam number 9 by Christopher Priest. I haven't been reading this at all. Can you imagine The Rock? He spends all these years trying to get Black Adam made. He finally makes it, and then they're rebooting it all. So all that tease with Henry Cavill just being thrown out the window. So, and also it just came out on HBO Max today, so if you want to check it out. But man, that's just got to be a bummer. I guess the hierarchy of power in the DC universe did change. Blue Beetle graduation day number 5 of 6. Superman, Batman come looking for Jaime in Plymouth City. There we go. Catwoman number 53. The Gotham mob boss suspect their way. Ico clan betray putting on a Catwoman suit. Is Gotham being enough for 2 Catwoman? Well, I mean, it seems to have multiple Batgirls and multiple Batmen, so I think it's going to be okay. But anyways, so Selena's off doing her own thing. I like some of these covers, though. I should catch up on Catwoman again, because I was reading it up for like the first 40-something issues, but I don't know when I last left off. Maybe I should catch up. Dark Knights of Steel, number 10 to 12. The true enemy of Three's Kingdom is revealed, but is the battle already lost, or is the war only just begun? The end game for Season 1 begins. Season 1? Is he doing another season? Huh. Fables 159. I have not read any of Fables ever, so I'm going to skim through that. GCPD The Blue Wall number 6. John Ridley's work at DC has been kind of lackluster, so I'm probably going to skip it. Same with this Tom King Year 1 number 6. Harley Quinn the animated series, Legion of Bats number 6, the final issue of this whole thing. Legion of Bats, I've read all the issues so far because they're on the DC Infinite app, and it's just it's not really the best, but maybe it'll get better. I don't know. The show I like, but the comic around it, maybe not so much. Justice Society of America number 5. Hunter's journey through time comes out as finally Hunter. Is this the end of the line for Helena Wayne? Okay. So we got that. Looney Tunes number 271. I've never seen these comics in the store at all. at least the local shop I go to. So I wonder, like, do they even get printers? Or is it just strictly digital? Mad Magazine number 31. Monkey Prince. I think this might be the last issue of it. I don't know, because I haven't heard anything about it continue. I still got to catch up on Monkey Prince. Maybe it's actually pretty good. After the events of Lazarus Planet, Monkey Prince discovers how he's related to the Monkey King, and the truth of who he actually is shakes them to his core. Everything he knows is questioned. How can he exist anymore knowing who he actually is? And did Shifu Pigsy know all along? And if so, why didn't he tell Marcus? So there you go, Monkey Prince. Nightwing number 102. Dark Crisis is ending next week, so maybe something big will happen with him, but it doesn't seem like they're really announcing anything with it. Nightwing is a great leader, not just because Batman trained her, because of how Alfred raised him, or even because he has a heart of gold. It's because of his friends, and now that the Titans are in Bloodhaven with him, they can leap into light together. That's pretty much been this whole book. I mean, it's just Nightwing and friends, which is perfect time for the Demon of Darkness era to do something about it. Okay. I mean, this is just kind of the same old stuff. At least we're done with Heartless stuff. And here we go. They're all hanging out, smiles, and having a good time. Oops, why did this do that? So, Poison Ivy, number 10. Before Ivy embarks on her trip back to Gotham, our verdant villainess sets... Alright, at least they're calling her a villainess. Good. On a fungus-loving Hollywood slow lifestyle brand and spa that's raising some major red flags on Ivy's radar. All this because poor Jennifer made sure I wanted to have some R&R before her car ride back east. Aw, jeez. Punchline, the Gotham game, number 6. This is the last one. Gleb is doing the armament. At the moment, Punchline needed him the least. The Joker has returned to interfere with their war to take over as Gotham City's Queen of Crime, and Joker's damaged and defeated today. Will he help his former partner? Will he burn her? Wait, no, he's going to betray her. He's Joker. Stargirl, the Lost Children, number 5 of 6. The battle for the fate of the Lost Children has begun as Stargirl leads a raid on the Childminder's castle. But who has been asking the Childminder around with these kids? All this other stuff and more. Written by Jeff Johns, Scooby-Doo, and Batman Mysteries. There's just kind of more of that. The Joker, the Man Who Stopped Laughing. I have not read this series at all. I read that Joker book, which is basically just a Jim Gordon book. And it just, yeah, it's kind of underwhelmed by the end of it. It just felt like false advertising. Look at that. Joker's jacked. Apparently he does his crunches a lot. Sandman Universe right there. Tim Drake Robin number 7. Definitely not going to read this one because I just don't care much for the book. New Dawn Rise and Tim Drake in the Gotham Arena. As a new chapter of Robin's story begins, but how long can this sense of calm last with a certain someone still roaming free in Gotham? Wildcats, get your head in the game, issue number 5. Like two trains colliding, it's the Wildcats versus the 7 soldiers in a bloody heavyweight fight. In the shadows lurk the Court of Owls, waiting for their moment to take the threat Halo poses off the board. And, yeah, Fear State Saga, hell no. My God, I reviewed every issue of Fear State. What a big waste of an event. I do not recommend Fear State at all. Future State, nope. Just and a bunch of all this other stuff. Son of Kal-El, don't really recommend that. And yeah, those are the March solicitations. And I gotta say, this is probably the most underwhelming month I think I've ever seen in DC. There's almost nothing to look forward to. Joshua Williamson's Superman book and World's Finest. That's all I can think about that actually sounds remotely interesting or exciting in this thing. There's no... I mean, Batman's okay by, like, Zdarsky. It's not great, I mean, but it's not something I'm jumping over the moon for right now. But, yeah. What a letdown of a month. This just feels a really underwhelming month for DC Comics. I mean, there's just doesn't seem to be anything that's really kind of grabbing me. Maybe you have a different opinion than me in the comments section down below, but there's just, I don't really feel the hype like I feel I should. Lazarus Planet still seems to kind of be going on, even though it said it was over with the title of it, but I don't know. I'm not feeling the hype this month for DC. It just feels underwhelming. We still don't have any answers as to what's happening in the follow-up of Batman versus Robin, if they're going to do some big follow-up on it, which I kind of figured they would, unless they want to, like, unless something major happens at the end of it, in which case you don't want everything to be spoiled, but only time will tell. So we got that. We got Lazarus Planet. Are they going to do some big relaunch stuff? Maybe it's going to happen in April. I figured they would have done more in March, but who knows at this point. So, yeah, a rather underwhelming month for DC. They're just nothing that just really wows me or overly enthusiastically excites me for what's to come in March for DC. I think it's the first time in a long time there's been really nothing outside of World's Finest and maybe Joshua Williamson's Superman book. Nothing really seems all that thrilling or exciting. So I hate to be the Debbie Downer in this video, but that's just kind of the case with it right now. So, yeah, I hope to regain some enthusiasm for DC Comics. I want them to thrive and be good, and just be like, oh, I can't wait to read that. I can't wait to read that. I can't wait to read that. But I don't know. There's just nothing really has kind of wowed me this month. Like I said, Superman should be good. Oh, the Flash, like Jeremy Adams is good on Flash. But other than that, in World's Finest, I don't know what else is really gonna hype me up. Lazarus Planet: Revenge of the Gods, this has potential, but I don't know if it'll be any good, is the thing. So I'm cautiously optimistic about it. I guess I'll have to cover those 4 issues too, because, well, if I'm covering all of Lazarus Planet, which is going to start next month, I think, I'll have to cover that too. So we'll see how it all goes, and then hopefully we'll have a nice big break from all sorts of different events. But yeah, I mean, Batman could be decent, Detective can be decent, but nothing so like extremely like, wow, I can't wait to read that, is really jumping off the page for me at this exact moment in time when it comes to DC and their comic book lineup. So there you go. Those are my brief thoughts on it. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Like I said, if I had to do a pick of the month, I'd say Batman Superman World's Finest. But other than that, I don't think there's anything else to really write home about this month. But anyways, that's all I have to say. Post your comments down below. Be sure to like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to the YouTube channel for more content, hit the bell for notifications. And yeah, I'll be back later on, I'm sure, to talk more DC-related stuff. I should probably do a video on the movie state or something like that, but I don't know how much really to kind of tackle it, or what I should say necessarily. Maybe I'll do a live stream or something. I don't exactly know, but yeah. So post your comments down below, like this video, share it with friends, subscribe to the YouTube channel for all that content, and as always, take care now. Bye bye then, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace.